Saitama, aka the One Punch Man. One of the most powerful characters we've seen in anime history. In fact, he's so strong that every fight he's in ends in just one punch. As most of us may know, Saitama's power derives from his overwhelming physical strength that he obtained by breaking his limiter before the series even began. But what if I told you another power lurks deep within our favorite caped Baldy? One more significant and important than any punch he could throw. This is the secret story and power of One Punch Man. First off, before we can tackle Saitama's power, we must understand the story. Now, this may seem like I'm going way off track here, but trust me, hang with me here. This will all make sense soon. I hope. I believe that most good stories are actually divided into two parts. The first part is the plot, where everyone and everything exists in. And the second part is the morality of the story, what the writer wants us to learn at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure we all know that One Punch Man is not just a simple story of heroes versus monsters. There's a very complex and well thought out layer on top. Figuring out the moral of a story can be very difficult, and that's kind of how it's supposed to be. It's the beauty of storytelling. You can learn something that wasn't even intended by the writer. But today, we're hunting the truth. So let's begin by talking about the heroes of the Hero Association. A vast cast of characters that are very unique in their own ways. A majority of the time, they share no similarities at all, unless they're in some sort of weird high school clique thing. But something a lot of them do share is their lack of heroic traits. If you were to compare characters like Spider-Man and Superman to the heroes of One Punch Man, you'd see pretty quickly that they aren't real heroes at all. Not because of power or anything, or even how they use it, as most of the time they're doing good things, but there's more to being a hero than just how you use your power. Remember that. As I was saying, most of the heroes have a very selfish reason to be where they are, whether it's the pursuit of knowledge, fame, or something even more sinister. The association has it set up so every hero has a rank, which is a horrible idea, as it creates this horrific and toxic environment for the heroes. They're jealous of one another, they resent one another, and they'll crush one another to get where they want to be. If moving up the ranks is all they care about, then what do they need to do that? It's simple. Power. So that's the basic desire for the heroes. But if we translate it to the moral of the story, we can see how this connects to real life, as the morals are usually thought of in a way that's much more grounded so we can actually understand it as an audience. If we look at the hero rankings in real life, we can see it would resemble some sort of a social hierarchy, which exists in almost every aspect of life, whether you want to believe it or not. Our brains will unfairly put others below us and others above us. Those less mature than others will have the feelings of the corrupt heroes I described earlier. And if you don't think I'm right, that a show about pyro cyborgs, buff masculine fish monsters, and badass alien tyrants is actually about something so simple and realistic, then listen to Garo, one of the show's biggest bads, explain something to you.
Okay then, why don't you be the monster?
What? Why don't you be the monster?
What's this? My life flashing before my eyes? Everything about this sucks. What was his name?
You're the monster now. Got it?
That's right. It was Tatsu. The most popular kid in class. It's not like I didn't want to be the monster. Did I hate that Tatsu was always the hero? No, that wasn't it either. It's because the game itself just felt so incredibly one-sided and unfair. Heroes and Monsters is just a game of pretend based on kids' TV shows. Everyone's free to choose what role they play. Tatsu was the most popular kid in class, But me, I was friendless, always with a dark cloud above. Everyone knew who the hero was going to be. I didn't stand a chance in hell. Naturally, there was no scenario where the monster would ever win. I was always the loser. The popular kid always beats up the little guy that no one likes. That's just the way the world works.
The other kids say you were all playing games and then you got violent out of nowhere.
That's not what happened. Tatsu is just super popular, so everyone's making me the bad guy.
Wrong! You did something you shouldn't have, so now you have to apologize!
Screw justice. And screw evil, too. I'm gonna be killed simply because that's what everyone else wants? It's not fair. I can't stand it. It pisses me off. All I want is to make them understand. I'm here to fight for underdogs everywhere. Good, evil. I reject them both.
Now, if all that can be connected to real life, then what do we need to move up in our social hierarchies? What is our power? I think the answer is quite simple. As the One Punch Man world revolves around power, what does our world revolve around? Money. Think about it. All they obsess about is power, and all we obsess about is money. I'm not going to go too much further with this for now, as this is all I really wanted. This simple equation. Power equals money in One Punch Man. So, who is Saitama? What is his true story? A man with limitless power and no one to use it on? Or a man with limitless amounts of money and nothing to spend it on, and no one to spend it on? A lost soul drifting through his days, apathetic to the world around him. Money doesn't have to be the example here. It could be anything you choose that fits the moral of the story. I just think this is the best fit for now. Saitama is a man who didn't quite understand life. He wants to want the same things as everyone else. So he closed himself off and got to work. It was a grueling process, until it wasn't. The money came in faster and faster until he had every item he could ever desire. During that time he changed. All passion had faded from those eyes. He had ascended to a level that disconnected him from reality, creating this empty husk we see now. In the real show, most of us know what will change this and actually make Saitama happy. He showed us at the beginning of the series. He needs a real fight. That'll bring back all of his emotions. Right? No. He's lying to himself and us as the viewers. Look at our millionaire Saitama. Do you really think the thing that will make him happy is the next big purchase? No. They've passed the point of caring about an item or a fight. Saitama needs something else. Something he'll come to learn he had the whole time.
Listen to me. Life is simply a journey to nowhere. If you want a change of scenery, you need to get there your own way. It seems to me, you've got this all wrong. You think being strong means you've reached your destination. I doubt the path to becoming a hero comes to an end with such a cut-and-dried finish line. It's inherently wrong to go into a fight seeking satisfaction from the fight itself. Battling with great courage, working to benefit society. Isn't that what it means to be a hero? If that ideal is your goal, you've just begun. There's a long road to walk before you become the strongest hero.
That's true.
Which means that the pursuit of that ideal still remains. Within you, Saitama, there is a great deal of unrealized potential. If that's true, to say that you've already reached the limit of your growth, well, that starts to sound shallow and arrogant now, doesn't it?
That's deep.
What does it actually take to be the ultimate hero? Is it an unwavering sense of justice, the courage to face any hardship? Until you found the answer to that question, how can you say you feel bored?
So now that we're starting to understand one's message, we can start to learn Saitama's secret power. But in order to do that, let's quickly look at Saitama's friends, the people he chooses to spend his time with, as it's quite important. Notice how most of them are genuine good people, or becoming a good person. It doesn't matter what rank they are, or if we're looking at the moral, how much money they have, or what social class they're in. Why is that important? Because it shows that good people, no matter who they are naturally attracted to Saitama. He doesn't really care about the social hierarchy of the Hero Association because of his power. The selfish heroes never really meet him or get the chance to understand his infinite power, the thing they so desperately desire. But the ones that do meet him start to change. And so, that fire may have been extinguished from his eyes, but what he fails to see is that he ignites it in others. Without even trying, he inspires others to be better. That is his secret power, and what he needs to start feeling again. The true idea of what it means to be a hero. Not even having to throw a single punch to create positive change. We see his character arc getting closer to this as he faces off against Garou, a being that can output the same amount of power as him. But then why does he say this? Instead of killing Garou, they talk. And Garou ends up like everybody else, changing. He helps Saitama. He does the right thing. Saitama will learn that he has more to offer this world than just his physical strength. He's a true hero, not bound by what others think of him. And one of his greatest gifts is that he creates other real heroes along the way. It's a power not nearly as flashy as a serious punch, but one so impactful that it reaches us at home, inspiring us to be better. So if we take all of what we know now, Saitama's secret power and what he needs to see passion again, and we translate it to the moral, this is what I believe one wants us to learn at the end of the day. Enjoy the journey of life. Appreciate what is in front of you right now. The destination should be what pushes you, not stops you. There's always something to learn, a new wonder to experience. If you've reached your destination, then set a new one. Well, that's the end of the video, folks. I hope you enjoyed. This one's pretty short, but I just wanted to get my ideas out quick. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe. I love that shit. And then do me a favor. Check out some of my other content. I have a lot of other essay videos like this that I will be fully putting in a playlist soon. So you guys can watch all of the stuff I have like this, dissecting characters, games, all that kind of stuff. And then I got a few gaming videos as well. I will admit they need a little bit of work, but I'm getting there, I'll figure out how this YouTube stuff works out eventually. If you're seeing this, show any support you can. It means a lot. Trust me, it just means a lot. I have nothing else to say. Thank you. Good night or good morning. Goodbye.